Everyone. I hope you guys can see me. I was trying to do some new techniques and I think it failed, but I'm not sure if I'm live on YouTube yet. Give me a second. Let's see if I'm live yet. And if you guys can hear me, please let me know in the chat. I was trying to use OBS this morning and obviously that was a failure. But here we are, and hopefully everyone's having a good morning or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you guys are. So today I'm not going to put the chat over my face or over the screen and everything, because I think last week it caused some problems. So I'll leave it off to the side and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Saturday, and we'll hang out a little bit before we start getting into it. And what I want to be doing today is showcasing some attacks. And I set up a new lab. Like I think I said last week, I was using VirtualBox and it caused, you can hear me. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works, and we'll see what happens. I have my Elgato Wave XLR app. So once I see it go down, I know we're effed up. But awesome. I'm glad it's loud and clear. Let's fingers crossed. I think this computer says after an hour and a half or so, don't turn this thing off, right? So get lost. But I do have my Blue Yeti just in case, God forbid, this one goes bonkers. But hey, what's up, CJ? What's up, Daniel, Max? I'm glad you guys can hear me. So what I want to do today, obviously, I want to showcase the lab I set up from last week. I did it in VirtualBox. Obviously, VirtualBox had a lot of limitations, and it's a pain in the butt, to be quite frank, right? So I like to use VMware Workstation. And if you guys don't have VMware Workstation Pro, you can use VMware Workstation Player, and it works just as good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and showcase my screen. And let me go ahead and find where my VMware is. Where is my VMware? Entire screen window. I don't see VMware. Weird. All right, let's do an entire screen. That's fine. And let me move this over here so I can. All right. So sorry if it's going to be super small. I try to mess with these settings. If you guys can see it, let me know. And I'm sure it's probably going to be super small, and now I can't see it over there because it looks super small. But anyhow, let me know how it looks on your end. And before I get started, is this visible for you guys? I know it's probably going to be a little small because I do have a wide screen. But let me know how it looks. Does it look good? Is it big enough? Small enough? Whatever. Let me know. But anyhow, so we're good. Awesome, CJ. Thank you for the confirmation, dude. So what we did last week, we set it up, everything, like I said, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we set everything up in VirtualBox. VirtualBox is trash, right? I think it's good if you're just learning and, you have, zero funds, and you can learn with it, but it has limitations, obviously, as you guys can see last week. So I moved that whole lab. I set it all up. And if you guys follow me and whatever on Instagram or whatever, I'm studying for the PMPT, and I'm pretty deep into it. I'm really committed to doing that this year. Hopefully, right? Hopefully we get that done. And what's up, Chris? What's up, dude? So what is red team, blue team? Just now joined. Yeah, so I can explain. So the red teaming side is the offensive security side, doing all the adversary work, right? We're going to go ahead and try to compromise your machine, do all the pen test, red team type stuff. Blue teaming, on the other hand, is we can set up WASA, and we're going to test that in another lab because I don't really want to put WASA in my PMPT lab because I don't want to mess anything up what I'm doing. So we're going to showcase that towards the end. And WASA is going to act as an EDR SIM tool. And what you can do with that, you can create rules. You can add an agent to your desktop, your server, Linux, whatever. And what it'll do is it will take the logs or whatever kind of information that's pulled from your local machine. It's going to get pushed to your SIM tool, which in this case is WASA. So hopefully that explains. And then like if you run like, for example, Mimikatz, if you're running Bloodhound, if you're running any of these offensives, even like Nmap, right? If I'm doing an Nmap scan for a whole network, like 192.168.100 slash or 0/24, right? That's going to be my network. And I want to show you my topology in a second. And technically, Waza, if you have that agent, that should be, if we create a rule saying, okay, in Waza, we want to have something that scans for Nmap, Mimikatz, Bloodhound, any kind of these tools, we want to respond on them. So I took a little snippet. I'll make this a little larger. Let me make this bigger. So I think that's pretty big. So this is the little lab I set up last week, right? But I just changed the IP scheme because last week we were using, I don't even know what IP, 192.168.1, I think. But now we're going to be us as the, what? Let me see. Okay. All right. So now we can see here, like the hacker, we have our Kali Linux machine. We have a domain controller, DC1. In our case, I should have made a change for that because that's going to be called Hydra DC for the PMPT. That's what I'm following everything that Heath Adams is doing so I can make sure everything is. I was doing some other off-the-wall stuff like New York Rangers as my domain and all this other off-the-wall stuff. And I just wanted to make it easy and transparent. And Waza is going to be our SIM tool. And then we have 2 Windows 10 machines, right? And I think in my case, I only have 1 right now, right? I think I only have, oh yeah, no, I do have 2 because I have Punisher and Superman. All right, so let's start these babies up. So let's start our Kali machine first. And I'll look at the chat while I'm booting that up. We will learn how to put different networks in VMware. Yeah, we can do that. So I can showcase that. That's not a problem. I can show you how to set up different networks. And that's very simple. In VMware, while this is cooking, you can go to Edit, Virtual Network Editor. In the Virtual Network Editor, we'll just wait till this cooks and opens. And we have something here called your Virtual Network Editor. The first NIC here, we have VMNet1, host only. What does host only mean? Host only is only when you want to traverse data in a contained environment, right? We don't want to have this out to the internet. We just want to have this network talk to each other. Nothing is getting out to the interwebs, right? Then the next one here, we have NAT, Network Address Translation. This is going to traverse that data outside of the local network, going out to the internet, whatever your thing is. And then there's something called bridged. Say, for example, my local IP for my host, for my Windows 11 machine, in my case, is 192.168.50.200/24, right? And my DHCP server on that network is 192.168.50. I don't know, 100 to 250. So you have 150 address space, right? And if I bridge that, what I'll be doing is pulling DHCP from my firewall or my DHCP server sitting in that 192.168.50 network. So hopefully that makes sense. And host only, we can create as many host only networks as you want. You can just do change settings here, accept the UAC, and patience. Give that a second to cook. I don't know why it opened on another screen. So now you can add a new network. We can say, okay, whatever, how many networks, blah, blah, blah. Say, for example, we want to do 11, right? We can create VNet 11, hit OK. It's going to assign an IP address to VNet 11, and that's this. And we can go in here and say, okay, I want this to be 200, right? 192.168.200.0 with a 24-bit mask, apply, OK, and then we'll have that new network. I'm not going to do that because I had my network set up in a specific order and I have it documented. So I don't want to confuse myself. So hopefully that makes sense and that helps you create new networks in your environment. If that didn't, I'm sorry. You're very welcome. Yep, and that's how you isolate them. All right, so this is I want to go ahead and go to Hydra DC as well. And I want to create a video, probably maybe tomorrow, on setting up my PMPT lab, how I did it, right? And I forgot to create his name. So kudos to the guy that did Pimp My Kali. And he also has something called Pimp My AD Lab. And in my Pimp My AD Lab, you can utilize a shell or PowerShell script to set up your domain controller. It's pretty much You click a button and it does it for you. So kudos to you and TCM for creating that easy peasy setup, right? So let's just wait for this to cook and we'll give this a minute. I don't know. I don't like this background. Let me go to background settings. Let me do like this one. I like that one's better. All right. So we'll give that a moment to cook. We'll make this bigger, obviously, so I can see it. If I can't see it, imagine you guys. All right. We'll do little sudo action. Whoops. All right. Oh my God. All right. So give me a moment. So now we have our DC up and I want to boot up. I don't even know. Let's do Punisher for now. Let's see any questions. There's the name, I believe. All right. So on a real attack, before I talk shit, let me just get into here. Make sure I'm getting logged in before I get ahead of myself. Make sure everything is visible. 150. I think that should be good. All right, let's go to Punisher, log into this bad boy, and let's go ahead. We can log in as fcastle. That's fine. Just want to make sure all my network is working. Everything is good. We can get this thing cooking and all that good stuff. And I don't know if Alex from TCM is going to join this, but kudos. I want to have him on the channel. Congratulations to your PMPT. Hopefully I can steal some ideas from you and you can hook a brother up with some tips and tricks. All right, so let's do an LS here. I have a whole boatload of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and go to PMPT. So I want to go ahead and remove that, but I want to go ahead and make this larger. So now we have our lab set up. So let's go ahead first. If we don't know our IP address to our domain controller and let me do, hold on. Let me open up Active Directory users and computers first, make sure everything is good. And literally this lab is what I'm using for my PMPT. So you can see here, my address is at 192.168.100.250. That is my domain controller. Normally in my environments, I hate, broadcasting IPv6 traffic, but for the sake of the PMPT, they do some IPv6 attacks. So I want to keep that enabled. And let's see what else is cooking here. We can just go back to AD. We could do domain, and this is the marvel.local, just like how they did it in the course. Users, we can see our users. Let me know if it's probably small, but let's see. I don't know if we can bring this in. No, can't zoom this in. So we have, all these users, administrator, Frank Castle, Peter Parker, Tony Stark. We have our groups all into an OU because when we create a group policy object, or GPO, then we can apply that to what's called an organizational unit. You cannot apply GPOs to containers. Like this users, this is called a container. All right. So, all right, this is not an AD course. So let's go back to our Kali box. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run nmap, right? Because I don't know if I'm on an assessment, I want to just pretty much act like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just inside of an environment. And if I do an IPA really quick, we can see, okay, why is this at 1? Hold on. Hold on. This is no bueno. Hold on. Let me fix that. Hold on. Let me see what Kali did I boot up? I think this is the right one. All right. No problem. See? Live definitely gives you some insight of. All right. So let me go to, let's fix this. All right. So let's see something here. My NAT network, my IP. Oh, this is. So what is this? ETH0. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Sorry. 1 second. Un momento. All right. So let's go back here. Oh, shit. let's go ahead and do a host only. Yeah, this is obviously, so this is going to be our ETH0. So I want to put ETH0 here. See what happens when you stop messing with stuff? ETH0. All right, that's going to be my connection. And I want to delete this because I don't want that here. I want to have DHCP. All right, let's go here, save. And then this one, I want to whack this thing because I don't need this right now. So we have ETH0. And now if I do an IPA, it's still going to be that. So what I'm going to do is do if config ETH0 down. And hopefully I don't break this thing. And let's do up to bring it back up, clear IPA, and it's still the same thing. All right, let's see what's cracking on this thing. Disconnected. I want to go ahead and reboot this. Let's just go ahead and reboot it. See if it helps that. Because remember, on this network, let me pull that back up. We are on 192.168.100. So, and if we go to, how can I verify that? I can go to my NAT settings. Let's go back to here. I should have just kept this open because I want to verify everything as well. And NAT is, yeah, right here, 192.168.100. And I'm on that network on here. Let me make sure that too. Yeah, I'm on a NAT network. Okay, cool deal. All right, so now let's see if this thing works. All right. Oh, shit. I fat fingered that. All right, guys. Moment of truth. Do I know what I'm doing? All right. I definitely don't know what I'm doing, but fake it till you make it, bro. All right. All right, let's do an IPA. And there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. 192.168.100.213. All right. So now we are good. All right. So now we can do this nmap. And then if we don't know, we can just do nmap, enter, and we can see some examples down here. And we know the network in my case, right? 192.168.100.0, right? So I want to do, let's just go through this because I want to pretend that no one knows nothing or anything. English is hard, is it? I always think it's anything or nothing, but all right. So we're going to do a default scripting scan. We can always do that. And then pro for open ports. So I always do -CS and -CV or S, whatever. You know what I mean. I just have it in the back of my head. All right. And then I could do -P- for all ports, but I'm not going to do that in this case. And I'll do 192.168.100.0/24. Okay. And let this cook. And it should find, the two machines, right? Our DC and the Punisher machine. We can read it. All good. Okay, cool deal. Thanks for that. Just looking while this thing is cooking, looking at the chat. CJ, one step at a time. First time using VOA, don't worry. I'm installing Kali ISO, many pauses and rewinds. Yeah, CJ, just, take it one, like Owen said, take it one step at a time. There's no race in this, right? It's all about the learning process and just utilizing the skills. And remember, Google is your best friend too. And if you don't know a tool, there's a lot of resources out there. Like, I don't remember every single switch for every single tool. I'll be 100% honest, right? But I think the most important thing is to understand what the tool is doing and how to find the answers. Use Google Foo, right? So that's, I think, the best way to go. So just remember that. Don't leave it up to Google, right? You can only consume so much in your memory. Don't think you're going to remember everything. I sure don't, Uncle Google is the best. Exactly. That's so true. Let's get a little sipperoonie of the tea. All right, so let that cook. See what else is popping over here. Anything else? No. All right, so obviously we'll let that cook, right? We'll let that cook. And also, let me just bring this up. And let me CD to PMPT. All right, so I do have a file of a hash here. And what I want to do is I want to cat that hash out, right? And we're going to, obviously I was doing this because I was studying. And what we're going to do is delete this and then regenerate this hash. And then we're going to take this hash and crack it, right? To, you know, in order to get that password and all that stuff, just like you're doing a pen test or red team engagement, whatever you want to call it, right? ChatGPT is my way to come. Yeah. Yeah. ChatGPT is definitely good, Kev. Most definitely. AI chats. Yep. Yeah. Most definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this file. Hashes.txt, ls, it's gone. See ya. What do I want to be ya? All right. So let's see if this thing's cooking yet. All right. This is done cooking. All right. So let's come up and see what's popping in here, right? Let's see what's crack-a-lacking. It's a lot of shit. Let's go back up. I should have just, I forgot to do the ON to export the results, but whatever. All right. So on our, let's see, what IP address is this? Man, this shit is way too big. It's like all in my grill. All right, so let's go down here. Let's see what's popping. So 192.168 dot, dot 200. Oh, dot 100.1 is gonna be my router, right? I thought there was dot 2, but anyhow, doesn't matter. All right, so we have, let's see what's going on here. We have 902, whatever. I don't care about that one. Let's see what else is cooking on here. So we have the boss that I guess that this is my machine, right? This is my local machine. Dot 2 is the router, which is going to be doing DNS. And let's see, what is this one here? Dot 220. What is dot 220? I don't remember. Let's see. That's the Punisher machine. Okay. So dot 220, and we can see that 135 is open, 3389 because for RDP. And like I said, this is all good to note when you're doing your assessment, right? So we know we can try to compromise RDP. We know RDP is open, so we can try to leverage that as well. And 250 is my domain controller, so we know DNS, AD, Cobros, blah, 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 all the good stuff. So you can see here the DC in the name gives it away as well, right? So let's see what else here. And normally in the real world, you always have something called DC, right? Whatever it is, dash DC or DC01, DC02, if there's multiple domain controllers in your environment. So always be on the lookout for that. We have LDAP running on some weird port here and LDAP-S. Let's see what else. I know there's let's see. Yeah, that's it. So this is what we can utilize. This will give me some insight of what we're going to be attacking, right? So now let's go ahead and run something called a responder. Obviously, this is not my thing anymore. It's going to be 0. So what is responder? Responder is going to go ahead and listen in for any hashes or listen in for any connections. And on a real engagement, you'll go in, you'll run this, you'll let this cook. And when people start logging in and doing stuff, and then you can start listening in. Obviously, we have limited time, so we can go ahead and showcase how to generate some traffic in order to get that hash, right? And how do we do that? We can come here, let's go to Punisher. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, whatever. All right, so let's do a little control delete. All right, let's do password 1 for Frank Castles. So what we can do here, there's multiple things, right? We can go to HTTP. All right, let's go back here for a sec. Not the DC, my bad. Here, so we're listening in on, these are the things we're poisoning, right? We're listening for HTTP, HTTPS, SMB. So I can go out. I want to do it different now. I want to try to do it a different way. I want to try to do HTTP instead of SMB, which is whack, the IP address to the attack box and authenticate. So I want to do it through HTTP this time, just to see if it, gives me something. I want to go ahead and copy this so I don't have to memorize it. Let's see if I can copy this and bring this to the Punisher machine. Let's go out to here, to the interwebs. Oh, Jesus. Don't allow, continue, whatever. Come on. All right, so now we can just go to HTTP, whack, yes. Okay, so now this is authenticating to our SharePoint or intranet or whatever, right? We could do fcastle, right? And then the password is password1 because we know Frank Castle's password. Oh shit, nothing happened, right? So now we come back to our Kali box. We can see that we can do a control C now. We can see Frank Castle's hash, his LTLM-v2 hash here. So what does this mean? Now we can utilize this and take this offline and crack it. Or, normally, like I have a decent machine, but if you don't have a decent machine, be patient, right? If you're doing this in a lab and you're doing this in a VM environment, obviously you're going to use maybe rocku.txt or some sec lists or some list that you get off the interwebs, right? But obviously for the ease of this video or this live or whatever, we're going to use password1, and that's pretty easy to crack, right? But doesn't matter how long and how complex, because when you start grabbing hashes, you can use something called, or you can do a technique called pass the hash. So you can take that hash, use some tools like crackmapexec or netexec and pass that around and see if you can authenticate through that. But that's maybe late. I don't know how much time we're going to have today, but we'll see where we get at. All right. So with this hash, we can just do a little copy this. Let me open up a new, let me just come here and let me cd to pmpt lab. And then let me just do a little nano real quick and just do hash.txt, right? And let me paste that here. Do control X, Y, yes. ls now when we have that hashes, right? So now let's cat that hashes just to make sure. And boom, boom, bam, we are here. Let me see. I was gonna say any questions, but let me go look in the chat. Anything? It's crack-a-lacking? No? All right. So next thing we need to do now, we can try to crack this. There's John the Ripper, there's Hashcat, there's so many tools that we can utilize to try to hack this and crack it. And obviously from, with the ease of the password, it's right in the rocku.txt. And let me check where my rocku.txt is, because I don't know where it is. All right. So I just set up this VM, I think the other night. So I just try to get everything set up as quickly as possible. And here we go. So mine is in user share wordless rocku.txt. Fair enough. So now let's go ahead and do this. Actually, let me do a control L. All right. So it's comes back to the top. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and run hashcat. The mode is 5600. Obviously, how do you know? Because you can just do this -- help pipe grep ntlm, and we can see we know it's an LTLM-v2 hash, so we know the mode is 5600 right here. Fair enough. Cool deal. All right. So now, oh shit, lost my command. All right, -m. Here we go. We're not going to do -show yet. So mode 5600, the hashes is with the hash for fcastle that we want to crack. And this is the word list that we're going to utilize. And we can hit enter and give this a hot moment, and fingers crossed. That was pretty quick. We can come back up here and you can see there's the hash. And right at the pretty end right here, we have password1, right? And then I think it shows it over here somewhere too. No, but here we go. Password1, right? So we can just do up arrow, dash, space, show. If you're ready, okay, let me run this again, just in case you guys ever crack a hash and you run it again, you're going to see it's in the pot file, right? So we can showcase that by show, and we can see it right here again, right? Because it's already in memory or in the pot file, and we can display it like that. So now we have that. All right. So now we have that. What do you think we can do? I'll leave that to the, the audience, so we can have this a little interactive. What do you think we can do now with this information? I'll take a break from my voice and check it out in the Chizat and see what's popping. SSH is not open. SSH is not open. So any other takers? Because now we're just doing the initial, like we're doing the recon, we're gathering some information. We're not attacking yet, right? So, but anything in this step, Can't remember what ports were open. Yep, but check SMB. Awesome. Yeah, SMB was open. Okay, cool. So we'll look at that in a second. What else? Anything else? Which ports were open? Fuck, I don't remember. That's I don't remember exactly. SMB, 3389. I think those are the main ones. RDP. Yep. All right. So now what we can try to do is, let's see. Let me go look at what I typed down to go over today. Okay, so we can use something called, this is pretty cool, LTLM. All right, so let's go ahead and just, let me make sure I have this on here. TLM. Yeah, so relay. So we can use, oh shit. I didn't want to do that. All right, so let's go ahead. No, I'm not going to showcase that. Give me one sec. Let me see what else we can do here and see. I guess we can, just to try to get the, yeah, I guess we can showcase this. So let's do -- help here really quick. See what we got. So we can do SMB. I read that in SMB. So we have this in packet tool called LTLM relay, right? So we can utilize this to get any kind, another way to capture some hashes or whatever. So let's try to give this a jingle, and let's do. Let's go back up. See what I always forget the options. TF, I think target file. So W. I think it's TF. All right. So target file, and I need to create a target file. So, why am I like drawing a blank? Let me see something. Did I create one on my other machine? I'm trying to think. One sec. I wasn't expecting to showcase this, but you know what? We can do something else. Let's go ahead and do the PS exec. We can do that. Let's just open up MSF console. MSF. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. Yeah. It's always fun to do some hack and sack and stuff. All right. Whoops. All right. So let's make this a little bigger. See if I can make this a little bigger. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we can go ahead and just search for SEARC PS exec. Let's do that. I guess let's just do. This is way too big. Let's see if I can make this a little smaller. And we can see here. All right. So, sorry. So PS exec, we have, auxiliaries, we have exploits. So what we're going to do is right here, we have exploit windows, SMB, PS exec. So we can use number 4 here. And let me go ahead and just show options. My local host, yep, that's fine. So we have to fill in some of these blanks. So I don't remember what my IP address is for Punisher. So let's go ahead and just X out of here and just do a little CMD action, little IP configuruni, if I can spell, IP config, fucking hell. All right, dude, 220. All right, so that's cool, 220. So let's come back here. So set our host to 192.168.100.220. Okay, and let's see what else we have to show. Our port, that's fine. We would do the domain, password. All right, so let's see what's cooking over here. I'm just trying to see if there's anything in the chat. No. Okay, cool deal. All right, so let's do set SMB user to administrator. Just do administrator. And then we have to set the password. I think it's SMB pass, right? I think. Yeah, man. Password 1 in my case. And let's see what else we have to do here. Let's just do show options. So administrator, password 1. I guess we can do the domain as well. Let's see. Did I do the domain in my example here? Probably. Let's just do it. I think it's just Marvel in my case. And this one. All right. So show options again. I think we should be good. This would be. All right. So the payload is fine. All right. So let's try to run this. See if we can get something. All right, we're staging something. So, all right, so now we have get UID. So now we are on that machine. We can do shell. And now where am I? We are system authority. So now we are on that machine, right? We're on the Punisher machine. So now this is one way to utilize some of the, because we were able to listen in. So far, what did we do? We listened in with responder. We compromised the hash. We cracked that hash to get password 1. And now we can utilize this with a module in MSF console. We'll Metasploit for PSExec with the information that we gathered and try to authenticate to that machine. And now technically we're on that machine, right? And that's one way to get on the machine. And you can just let's do like, for example, background. Just get out of here. Oh, shoot. Let's go ahead and exit this. Background and background. So we can, now that's in the background, right? So we can just do sessions as well. So we can see that we have this one session. And this is also called a C2, right? Command and control. Like if you're using Sliver or Cobalt Strike, Metasploit is a C2. It's not as cool and all that stuff as the others. But if you're understanding how to use Metasploit, you can put some C2 experience as well. I'm trying to think what else we have here. Oh, I guess we can showcase all right, so let's get out of here. Bye-bye, quit. Exit -Y, yes. All right, so one other thing, let's go. One other thing we can do is psexec.py. Obviously, this is for another lab I was doing, which is my InfoSec Pat, P. Gorman. Obviously, that's not here, right? In our case, it's going to be Marvel / we could do fcastle. Let's do fcastle because this is who we were testing with, right? So their password was password 1, okay? And then we can do, what is the IP address of that machine? I think it's 220. Did I remember? Oh, shoot. 192.168.100.220. I think that is it. Let me go double check. That 220. Okay. So this is just another way that we can utilize the information that we were able to gather to get a shell, and bada bing, bada boom, here we are, right? Who am I? Same kind of thing. So that is that. Any questions on the initial thing? Best specs for a penetration testing machine. That's a good question. If you're looking for a laptop, a lot of the times if you're learning, right, if you're just learning the techniques, you can do it with your machine that maybe has 16 gigs of RAM. But when you're working as a pen tester or as a red teamer, you're normally going to be given a laptop if you're working for an organization. So I'll just tell them the specs that you need for your job, right? So I would say 16 gigs of RAM, 256 hard drive, 80 gigs free space, so you can set up these labs. And yeah, you don't. It's not like super crazy, right? That what you need your lab set up as. So, like for an example, let's see. Let me see what else. But hopefully that answers your question. Yep, Daniel. I cannot say that. Remia, like that's another tool that you can utilize to authenticate through RDP. So you can RDP. So yeah, we can try that. Like, do I even have that? I don't even think I have it installed. Let's install it. We can showcase that. That'll be cool. I haven't used that in a minute. So password, okay, it's Cali. So we can load this. This is probably gonna be a little small. So now this saying, let me see, can I minimize this? Okay. This is saying RDP. So we can try to RDP to 192.168.100. I don't know if 220 has RDP. So we can just hit enter. Yes, here. And then the username was fcastle, right? Password was password. Well, wait, I just put in my password. Password 1. The domain is marvel.local. And see if it works. And there we go. It did work. So that's another way. And then what you can do is take a little snippet of this, put it in your pen test report saying, okay, I was able to compromise your machine. I was able to utilize those credentials, authenticate through RDP or remote desktop protocol because you had port 33 open, 3389 open, and boom, 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 and take a little snipperoonie. And you can say, you can start making files on their desktop, say gotcha, and you've been hacked and whatever else. But yeah, cool. Good reminder. And that's good. And now I have that installed on this machine. Thank you. All right. So that's that. Let's close out of this. And let's come back here. See what else is cooking. Let's see what else is going on in here. CME, whatever it's called now. CME. Can I join on this program? What do you mean, can you join on this program? If you're watching this, you're a part of the live. So I'm not sure if I understand your question. Hey, I just learned. I just been looking for great examples and explanation. Yes, CJ, dude, like I said, man, you or anyone else, this is just on a side note, right? If anyone is interested in any kind of mentorship or coaching or career advice or whatever, I have I have like 18 years experience in IT and quite a few years in cybersecurity. So if you guys want any help that I can do, just go to my website. We can go to it together here. I'm not really a good salesman, so just go to infosecpat.com. I know that's super small, and you'll see this cool site whenever it loads up. And here I have some cool stuff that I've been doing. Some walkthroughs I want to be starting and courses that just pretty much on my website, but I want to be doing more stuff on the back end. And just go to one-on-one coaching and you can just, whatever. I just started this, get fit, get jacked or get hacked. So you want to get some muscles, I can walk you through getting some muscles. But if you want to know anything about any of these kind of services, just sign up with me. And we can take it from there. We can customize a program for you if you want to get into this world or the blue team world. And we can have something for you. So infosecpat.com, just go check it out and go from there. A crack map exec. Yep, crack map is Pat. Is this going to be? This is, man. Yeah, dude. Thank you, Jeff. Really appreciate it. And if you guys are going to the Hack SpaceCon this year in Orlando or Kennedy Space Center down here in Florida, come join, dude. Guys or ladies and gents and folks or whatever. And I'm going to be doing a workshop, pretty much building out what we're attacking, building that out from scratch, right? Building out a hacking lab and utilizing all the free resources that you can get to get your career started in cyber. So setting up pretty much this kind of lab live in person, so you can ask me questions and beat me up for a couple hours. And obviously after the show or after the event, Obviously, I'll be there for, for a couple days from the 10th to the 13th. So if you guys run into me, holla at me, and I won't bite. So what else? I'm trying to look what else was in it. Whoops. What else is in this chat? I'm trying to see. All right. That's all right. So what time is it? It's about 45. All right. So any other thing? So what I want to do now is now we have some kind of information that we have attacked or gathered, right? We have a password, we have Frank Castle. In this case, maybe I should have never used this setup, but it is what it is. I have this set up already, and I'm not gonna stop building 6,000 fucking labs, But so what we can do next, we can do what's called post compromise, right? We can try to utilize what we have to do some enumeration after the fact. So how can we do that? We can do that with Bloodhound. We can enumerate Active Directory. What is Bloodhound? Bloodhound is a tool that you can utilize on your Kali box or whatever box, download it, install it, and it's like Google Maps of Active Directory. So say, for an example, we want to know who has domain admin rights, because normally when you're doing a pen test, and I assume for the PMPT, the ultimate goal is to pwn your domain, get on your domain, get your, the credentials, and showcase that you were able to own that domain. So how can we do that? If we need to map out some information, in order for us to get that information, we have to use some tools to enumerate. So Bloodhound is one of them. There's other tools as well, off the market tools that we're not going to get into today. But Bloodhound obviously is a big tool that people use and ask for on interviews, or if you want to learn how to do pen testing. Normally, you're probably going to get a question on an interview if you know what Bloodhound is, or have you used Bloodhound, and or how. More of the question would be like, okay, if you compromise an account, how can you find that domain admin account the quickest way? You can use Bloodhound, you can ingest some data, and you can see the shortest path to DA, and you can map that out. We'll get into that in a second. I have the time until the about 1 o'clock, so 11 to 1. Hopefully, we can get through some stuff in the next, but I want to spend some time with you guys as well. So we'll do some hack and sacking for maybe another 20, 30 minutes, and then we'll shoot the shit and answer your questions. Link for, if you guys, come out to HackSpaceCon, dude, like hit me up on any social media saying I'll be there. And obviously, like, I don't know what everyone looks like. I'm sure you guys know what I look like. So, feel free to just come up to me and just say hello and shoot the shit, man. Like, I'm not better than you. So we're all in this community together. So let's fucking rock out, right? So the next thing we could do, all right, I'm trying to think, what can we do first? All right, let me do this. I made a, let me do MKDIR. I'm trying to think, we can do LDAP domain dump, so we can dump out everything in our domain. So let me do that. So I'll do LDAP DC dump. Okay. All right, so we're going to use a tool called LDAP domain dump. Let me see if this thing is even LDAP domain dump. Okay. All right. Again, this is for my lab. This is not for here. All right. So we're going to use LDAP domain dump to dump. We'll see that in a second. Let me get this going. Shit. So it's 100. And this is going to point to our domain. And I don't remember. Oh, 250, right? So -u, right? So we're going to do U for the, what user did I put? Let me see something. Give me 1 sec. All right. I think I was Marvel. I have so many domains. And we'll do fcastle. That I have going on, and I always forget which one is which. All right, so password 1. So let's, of course, this is what was happening to me. If you guys get this, what I ended up doing, and I had this at first too. So what I'm going to do is this. Let me locate LDAP domain dump. So what I did, I ended up, thank you for the TCM Discord. They helped me out with this because this is where I was stuck for some stuff. So I just went to the tool itself, went directly to the tool, and let's clear that out and let's paste that, right? And you can see, I'm just going to do password 1. I'm just going to change some of this stuff, and this is going to be fcastle. Okay, and then this is going to be Marvel. And Marvel. And my domain is going to be 250, but 100.250. Okay, and now boom. So I don't know why that is. I'm not sure. So now if we do an ls, we can see the domain dump, right? So now what does this mean? So now we can look at all this information that we just dumped. So we can just, for example, let's go ahead and get the domain users by group, whatever. We can just, so we can do this 2 ways. We can just run Firefox and open it. And of course, this thing is retarded. All right, so let me go ahead and open this up in, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Where are we? Kali, PMPT. Let me, sorry. And let me open up. What did I want to open up? Right here. Let's open up this guy. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. All right. So now, let me make this bigger. Holy moly. So now we can see, okay, group policy created owners. We can see some information. And this was really interesting. And shout out to Heath. This password. So in the description, if you dump in this on a domain, a lot of, sysadmin, and I was a victim of this, right? Like I used to do this because we didn't think as a sysadmin, as a network admin, we don't think security, right? We just think quick, convenient, and let's just get this shit going, right? Especially for like SQL accounts and like QuickBooks accounts and all these service accounts that we need. Like, okay, like this is before, you have like IT glue and password vaults and all this other stuff that we can utilize. But then when I was a sysadmin more than 10 and a half, 11 years ago, this is the way I used to do it, right? I'm like, okay, we're going to create QuickBooks service account. And the password is QuickBooks 1999 or whatever the fuck year it was, right? And this is so true. And we still see this. We still see this today. So now we can see, okay, domain admins, we can see the high targeted, and the last password set. We can see, okay, this password was set January 18, 2024, 20, blah, blah, blah. And this is, I think, when I created this account, which was 2 days ago, or when I created this lab. Because from my PMPT studies, I'm doing it on a whole nother machine, but I just wanted to start doing it on this machine. So I just replicated everything. And obviously on my other machine, I was using New York Rangers as my domain. I was doing my own thing and just following the course. And I think that's a bad idea. That's just my opinion. Like if you follow the course, it'll make things so much easier if you just follow what Heath goes by. So I try to do it my own way and just try to like follow the techniques, and I fuck things up. So don't do that. Just follow the dude. He fucking knows his shit, and just follow the dude. All right. So we can see enterprise admins, schema admins, et cetera, right? So we can see all this stuff here, and this is good info. We can take a snippet of this, put it in your report, and go on your merry way. All right, any questions here? Let me go ahead and go to the chat real quick. I got to do a little, I think I might have to do a little 220. Yeah, LXA. Yeah, like I met him at a B-side. I think I'm approachable, and we can arm wrestle. We can do some arm wrestling. And I think 220. Yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, 220 was the IP. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? 220. What is everyone talking about? 220? See, this is what I mean. Pay attention to detail. So that's why when I went on on my own and like, oh, I'm just going to do my own setup and just follow the techniques and learn the techniques. No bueno. No, not a good idea. Listen to me because I effed that up. Yeah, we can go get jacked, man. And if you guys, obviously, if you guys are down there, and this is serious, right? Like, if you guys want to work out too, I'm down to work out together. We can definitely do that. I'm definitely going to work out probably at my hotel or wherever I stay before I go to the conference every day, or after. I like to do my workout, and even owned. He knows, like he came down to visit. He had to do some stuff, and I'd fucking drag him to the gym every day. When I don't know if he loved it or not, but whatever. He was stuck with me, so that's what he gets. All right. So the next thing here we can do is what can we do? I guess we could do some Bloodhound stuff and then wrap it up there. Any questions while we're cooking? Good job, owned. Good vibes. We won, but warned though, if you don't work out with Pet, yeah, you'll be sore. You'll definitely be sore. Like, I don't fuck around. Like, I don't fuck around at the gym. Like, that's my time. I really enjoy it. And if you're down to work out, do this more often. Yeah, man. I like these kind of live streams because we get to bullshit. We get to learn some stuff. We get to demonstrate some stuff. And yeah, no pain, no gain, son. Word up. That's so true. All right. So next thing we'll do is I think I have Bloodhound installed already because yeah. So now what we'll do is for sure. Yeah. So now what we'll do is Neo4j. Let's do Neo4j console. And I think I set my password. I don't even know what my password is. Holy shit. I don't think I remember. Owned, if you remember what I put my password as. Let me see. Let me see if I put it in my come save me. Let's see. So this is my little lab. Did I put the password for these are my other things? Oh shit. Think. All right. No problem. Well, let's go see if we can wing it. All right, let's go ahead and copy this URL. So pretty much we want to go ahead and get to the interface of this. Setting Bloodhound is a pain in the ass, but once you get it, it is facts. This shit is a fucking pain in the ass. But let's go ahead and go here. I hope I know my damn thing. I think I maybe saved it. All right, so cool. Let's see. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is, right? So let's go ahead. Let me see. Just looking in the chat. Anything? Nothing? All right. So let's go ahead and just go ahead and let's go ahead and go ahead. Let's go ahead and go. Holy fuck! I should shut up now. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do this real quick. Let's do a little Bloodhound Rooney and see if we can authenticate. And Neo4j. I think I made this password 1. I think. Did I? No. Fuck, you know. Oh, shit. I don't remember I don't think I left it because it makes me change it. Did I make this password? No. Holy moly. What did I make this? I don't remember. Shit. Damn. Password 2024. All right. I need to jot this down, guys. One sec. I need to jot this down. 2024. Okay, cool. I don't want to. That's my problem, right? I never do nothing right. I always just like wing it, like, and just do my own thing and whatever. All right, cool deal. So now let's go ahead and just come here. I don't know if I can zoom this in. I don't know if I can. If I can zoom this in, if anyone knows, just throw it in the chat because I don't. I think this is just zoom in for that. I'm not sure if I can zoom in on this side panel thing on the database. Yeah, yeah. So Neo4j is a default password. Once you authenticate, it makes you change it, and obviously, I'm lucky I remembered. So obviously, this was for infosec pat.local. This was on something else I was doing, and I want to go ahead and clear the database so we can clear everything out. Clear database, and we're good here. All right. So there's nothing here. No. All right. Cool deal. I'm trying to see what's in the chat. No problem. Thanks. Okay. Cool, Dizzy. All right. So now what we're going to do some information dumperoonie. So let's come over here. And I like to do this because this really enforces the concepts, what you learn. So if you really want to know something, you teach it. And I really believe that. So let's go ahead and make a directory called, what can I make this shit? Just put bloodhound dash info. I don't know. All right, we'll just do that. So now what we're going to do is use something called bloodhound Python. So let me just go bloodhound dash Python. And then let's just do dash dash help. See if this works. Oh, I don't even have it installed. Hold on. Let me just do Control C. Let me locate. I think it should have done it with the pimp my Kali, I think. Let's. So it's right here. Right here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this right here. Pop, pop. How you doing? Let's go ahead and copy this. Fucking paste this here. All right. Here we go. So obviously I want to change this. I want to change my domain controller is 100.250. All right. And then this is the name server. So your name server is obviously your domain controller. And my password is password 2024. That's fine because I want to use it. I want to use the, no, actually it's password 1. My bad. Username, we're going to do fcastle, FCAS, castle. And then my domain is not InfoSec Pat. This is Marvel. Okay. And boom, let's hit enter and collect all that. So now what this is doing is this is going to collect everything that we need to ingest into Bloodhound, right? This is where it's the pain in the ass, right? To do all these little things, it's super tedious, right? It's a pain in the ass. So now we have this information here. We can do ls-la, and we can see all this info here. Cool. So now let's go back to Bloodhizzy. And what the fuck is it? Bloodhound right here. And on the right-hand side over here, we can do upload data, right? So this is, I don't know if this is, no, this is from Wednesday. So let's go back, go home, go to Kali. No, this is root, go home. Home, Kali, PMPT, Bloodhound information, and we could just do Control A just to fucking take it all and hit open, right? So now it's just going to put all that data into Bloodhound that we gathered. Obviously, if you're doing this on a real assessment, you're going to get a lot more data, right? And then you can, once it's done, it's still processing some stuff. I guess now it's just completed. All right, so now we can just go ahead and, yeah, clear this finished. Let's go ahead and X out of here. Now on the left-hand side over here, we have database info, node info, analyst, whatever. So let's just, for an example, go to, let's see what we got here. Computers, we have eight groups. It's not much because the domain is really small, right? So let's go ahead and analyze. So let's go ahead and find all domain admins, right? So now we click on find all domain admins. We hit this little hamburger, fucking minimize that thing. And we can see, okay, SQL service as a domain admin, right? So now we can see in here, we can right click on here. We can see, different kinds of, data. And we have, what other one? T Stark is a DA, F Castle, and administrator, right? So these are all a part of the domain admins group. So let me see what else. Let me go back here for a sec. Let's see what else here looks pretty. Let's see, let me see the shortest path to DA. You see all the Cobros accounts. Obviously, we have this account here has, it's capable of going, using like GPP or Cobros attacks and all that stuff. I think we can do GPP, which is group policy preferences. But this is just, obviously, you can just dig through this, right? You tinker with it, you look at it, and you can just, let's see, shortest path to DA. Okay, let's go ahead and click this. No data. Okay, no data. Probably because I need to click on, let's go back to analyze, find domain admins. Let's click on this fucker. Let's see. Where is it? Man, this is small for me. I can only imagine what for you guys. Dude, I just fucking saw it. Shortest path. There we go. All right, so now we know the shortest path here to the domain admins is the best account is, SQL service. So yeah, so that's that. Obviously, we can get deeper into, Bloodhound, but this is like the basic overview, right? You can tinker with it. Once you have your data ingested into it, you can start messing around and doing all that stuff. So what I want to do is I want to clear that. So I'm ready to, when I'm, doing my little labaroonies. So that's that. And let's go ahead and X out of here. I think that's pretty much it for, let me see what else I have here on my little list. I just put Bloodhound, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. Like there's some other stuff, like I said, there's other domain enumeration tools that you can utilize to, branch out or tree out your AD environment. And there's GUI products. There's just do domain enumeration tools, and you'll see the whole boatload. But Bloodhound, I think, is the most like important one to know, because a lot of pen testers, a lot of offensive security people utilize this. Even if you want to do like hack the box, if you want to do the forest box, for an example, right? If you get stuck in that Bloodhound, when you have to enumerate Bloodhound and download the data from the domain controller, it's better to use Bloodhound. As you can see, it's super easy once you get the hang of it, but it's super tedious to get all the shit fucking working, And trust me, I ran into brick walls, so don't feel bad for like, fucking up, I like how Bloodhound gives you tips. Yeah, examples to help you go along. Exactly, Mark. Yeah, that's true. Just send a connection request. Great content. Yeah, Moses, awesome, dude. Connect. I appreciate it. And let's see. I think that's pretty much it for this. So what we're going to do, I want to go ahead and install the Waza stuff. So let me go ahead and just get this. I want to go ahead and just, I want to shut this down because we're not going to be using my Kali box anymore. And I want to go ahead and shut down this DC. Actually, I want to shut down the, so I can still authenticate to it. Okay. And if you guys have any questions on what we've done so far, vote in the chat. And I'm just shutting everything down so I can have more resources, even though I don't really need more resources because I have a pretty decent machine. All right. So now we'll do this domain. We'll do this domain, and this is host only, right? So host only member is only within itself, right? It's not getting out to the interwebs. And I think this one is host only as well. Yep. So I want to boot up this Waza. And this is where we got stuck last week. So while I boot that up, I'm going to go take a little break, and I have to use the bathroom really bad. So let me go take a little break, and I'll be right back once this is up. And I'm going to go ahead and I never did this, so I'm probably going to have to mute and just turn off my camera. So give me a few minutes. All right. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm back. And hopefully you didn't see me go to the bathroom. But I'm just kidding. All right. So now with this Waza, we can do, that's really small. And I can't make that bigger. So, yep, all good. Cool. So we're going to do Waza. That's really small. But Waza dash user is the user. And then Waza is the password. And now we're in. If I do an if config, we can see my IP address is not what I set it to. Why not? Of course not. It's always going to screw up something. All right, let's just see. Let's come back in here. I don't even remember my password for this. Is it that? Password 2024. Yeah. See, and this is a whole different domain, right? This is my InfoSec path domain that I do other stuff on and test other things. And that's why if you're doing any kind of certification, if you're doing whatever, PMPT, PJPT, or any other one, just focus on how they have it done, like a CRTP or any CRPT, whatever, certified red team professional. And any certification, just focus on what they have. So in here, we're going to have to, give me one sec. Now I have to figure out something. Un momento, por favor. Make this full screen. And let's come back here really quick. And then let's go ahead and do run cmd ipconfig c.1. So I got .1.10, and give me 1 second because I think I wrote down that lab in, not that, sorry. Where is it? Was it in here? The 100, this is all 100 network. Damn it, did I delete all this stuff? Oh, Waza, that 160. Okay, so let me, 1 second, guys. 1 sec. I think I have it, all my stuff on my Google Drive, but hang tight. Let me see if this is in here. I don't remember where I put this damn info. 1 sec, guys. Hang tight. Let me put this over here. Is it on this one? No. Is it on that one? Wish I had some music. Maybe I can play music, right? Let's do some music. Let's do. I don't know how loud it's going to be. How that is. That's really loud, right? At least you don't have to. This is pretty cool. I like this restream because it's super easy. can just like put my shit in. All right, let me go back here really quick. I don't know which, oh man, whatever. We're just gonna do this. If config. Is that too loud? Let me know if that's too loud. 60. Oh, sudo. Let me go back to the chat so I can see. Nope, sounds good. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting that IP for my Waza. I don't know why that changed, but if config eth0 192.168.1.60, right? So now I can just do if config eth0. All right, so now let's go ahead, get out of this, go to my domain controller, open up the, and we have a Waza here. Can I log in? Hopefully it. Let me see if I can hit it. Let's see if I can ping 192.168.1.60. Bada bing, bada boom. How you doing? All right. So, all right. So now we have the Waza. Now I have to remember what my thing was. Was it admin? Yeah, admin. So, my crazy cat. All right. So, now this is going to, I want to install this on my domain controller, right? So we have no agents. So this is where you're going to go ahead and do your security events, your file integrity, policies, and all the information, threat detection, response. This is a cool tool. And you could definitely throw this on your resume as well, like that you're set up a SIM, you know, and I have a whole course on OSSIM from AT&T or, you know, their security SIM. It's pretty good. But I think this is way better, right? And I may create a course and do all that stuff, but this is super straightforward, right? Because you just download the image and you know do it, and you just go to the IP address, you assign an IP address, and that's it. It's pretty simple. All right, so now we have Windows, right? So we have Windows, my server IP. I don't even know my server IP. It's .10. So let's copy that and throw that in here. My agent name is optional. I'm just going to put let's do host name here. And DC01, I want to put DC01, DC01. I can't make it DC01. What the hell? DC1? Not allowed. All right, DC, whatever, fuck it. All right, so default, and you're gonna run this agent. Let's copy this command so I don't forget. Let's go ahead and open up a notepad. I wonder where Kevin is today. Kevin from the block. I wonder if he's around. Just leave it blank. It will default to host name. Okay, good, see? That's why we have experts with this shit. Agent name. Default start. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just copy all these because I'm no expert at this. I always keep it real, right? So if I said I was an expert, I'll be lying. All right, so that's all of that. And what the hell? Do we just copy this? I don't even know if this can't get on the internet though. Oh no, it's pulling it. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I guess it's getting hold on. Let me think for a sec. All right, let me just go ahead and yeah, it just pulls from the Waza server. Exactly. See? Sometimes I'm what the hell's happened here? Can I resolve package name? Package 192. No, the Waza server is not that. Okay, so I guess this server is going to be the 60. I'm an idiot. Right, so let's go ahead and copy this. Copy. Boom. Come on, Owen, why didn't you catch that? I put in the wrong IP address for the server. He did, and it's still fucked up. All right, so this thing is, what am I missing? Windows, do I have to have the fully qualified domain? Enter an IP, all the FQDN. All right, so that's just the IP address. I can still ping it, right? It didn't go offline. I can still ping it. I can still see it. So, where's Adi when you need him? All right. Run the following command. Download the agent. And that's a PowerShell. So we need to run it in PowerShell. Let me see if I can just exit here and just run that. I don't know. All right. So let me see something. See if this works. No. Resolve the package stuff. Invoke the US's. Maybe this version PowerShell. I don't know. This is weird. I've never seen it. Yeah, that sounds should be working. Yeah, I know it should be working. Refresh this baby. Windows 192.168.1.60. Agent name is unique to blah. Run the following command to download the Waza agent. Let me make sure this other thing is. I wonder if I have to do anything on the Waza side. I don't think so, right? No, it's super small for you guys. This is why I left this shit for last. Now you guys can see. Oh, no, not that. Let me X out a command prompt for now. Let me backspace that, maybe. Maybe it was the backspace. Maybe it was that little space at the end. I don't know. No. I have always built out my Waza instance a bit differently. I haven't used the ISO build that you're using. Yeah, I just what we can do, we can try to. I think I'm using. Let me see something. Let's see if it has that. Push release. I don't remember what version this is, but what we're going to do is, because I think I downloaded a different version, and just power this off. I don't remember what version it is. But let's go ahead and just. All right, one sec, guys. Oh, not that. Let's just open up Brave and private. And I don't think I have, let me just move this over here. I'm just trying to see if I have the download. Waza 6. I don't have the Waza 7. So I want to go ahead and download the Waza 7 again, just because, just to try it out. Waza VM. OVA. Okay, try this. Give me a second. All right, we'll give this a jingle. Okay, so we'll try this really quick before we actually remove that. We'll do this. Let's go ahead and boot this bad boy back up. Hopefully we didn't lose the IP address. Probably would. Anyone have any plans for the weekend? Remote name cannot be resolved. Yeah, so I want to try it. I want to try it a different way just one more time before we try to do an updated version. So anyone have any cool plans for the weekend besides watch me for like an hour and a half? All right, this thing has taken quite a bit. All right, come on, cook. Hack the Box Academy, awesome. That's awesome. Good for you. All right, first of all, let's go ahead and log into this. Let's see if it actually changed. Let's go ahead and just. Yep, it did. All right, so let's do sudo su if config. I don't know. I'll have to change some stuff up with that, but ETH0 168.1.60. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's make sure this is working still. All right, so let's give this another jingle. Let's go ahead and just open up a command prompt, run this as admin, and let's go ahead and go back to here real quick. Copy this. Obviously, we're going to have to change some stuff, so let's come in here. Let's paste that here. The IP address in my case is going to be 192.168.1.60, right? So let's go ahead and just do that. Copy this. Oh, shit. Fuck. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Copy. And let's come back. Where's my VMware? Do I have to run this in PowerShell? That's the PowerShell. This is command prompt. Fuck this thing tongue. That didn't work. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. Let me go ahead and see if the other one works for PowerShell. I know I need to change the IP address. I know. And I know I need to do this in now you guys can see the struggle sometimes, right? Now maybe you'll appreciate. No, I'm just kidding. But no, that thing didn't work. I don't know. All right, last thing I want to take, I want to whack this, download a new one, and call it a day. And then we'll wrap this baby up. All right, let's just go ahead and come back here. And the current version 4.7, I'm just going to download 4.7. It's fine. Download, stored in my downloads. That shouldn't take that long. Hopefully. It's almost there. It's almost there. Studying CompT and football. Yeah, the Rangers. Oh shit. The Rangers play tonight, so I guess probably watching the game. And did I lose my little thing? No. This is all right. Move this over here so I don't. All right. So now we have the latest and greatest. So let's go ahead and go home, open up a virtual machine, downloads this newest, latest and greatest. This was new. Let's import this and wish for the best. Hopefully it was just like a version thing, and then I won't feel so stupid. Oh man. Oh, let's see. Anyone? All right, so let's see what's going on. What's cracking on in here? All right, let's just we're gonna get rid of this floppy doppy. See what I want to be on. What is the network? A network. Want to have this host only. We want to just communicate out host only. All right, let's see. And trial and error. That's what we call it around here. All right, so make sure this connect them. All right. See what power this thing up and see what happens now. Come back here. Oh, here we go. Okay, I see. I see. First, I see it. That was my yeah. Derek's a good guy. He's funny. He's a funny guy. He's always making me laugh. If you guys haven't, go subscribe to the Cyber Warrior. Let him hit that 5K. Wonder how far he is now. I haven't checked this thing today, but I'll check after this. Was dash user. If config this holy moly thing again. So let's do sudo su. I'll have to if config eth0 192.168.1.60. I know, guys, this is really small. All I'm doing is assigning the IP address, just how I did before. And probably just is going to be new now. Hopefully it does. Oh, man. Make this bigger. All right, proceed. Advanced. Go back to here and fingers crossed. All right, so let's add the agent. Try this one more time. I just want to try it this way first, just to see. And then if not, I want to go ahead and give that other thing a shot. Copied, paste, see if it works. If not, then I want to no. All right, so what I'm going to do, so other way. Let's go ahead and come here. Let's go ahead and copy the download this. Hello, hello, hello. You guys can hear me now? Shit. This hello? Hello, hello, hello. I think maybe it's better now. I think it's that XLR is fucked. You can hear me now, right? I think it looks like. Can you? All right. All right. Yeah, I think it's this XLR. I don't know if it's a cable. I don't know what's going on back there, but all right. So where the hell was I? Let's come back here. Thanks for that. Let's come back to my downloads. That's why I have the music in the back to help the crazy noise. All right. Why isn't it like copy this? I'm just trying to try to get this. All right, so now I want to get this agent on here. Let's go ahead and download this agent. And hopefully we can get some data in here. At least I would like to get that before we kill this. And so we'll give this a moment to download and install. Mike said, you're cut off. Exactly. What did I say, right? An hour and a half. Didn't I say an hour and a half? The shit fucking goes to shit. And it literally is 12:30, right? So I'm not fucking kidding, dude. Like, this thing is retarded. Told you, an hour and a half is my max to be live. And I think my computer's saying, okay, get off the computer after an hour and a half. That's it, you're done. I put in a tick. I think it's starting to get lower now, maybe, but no, I think it's okay. But I did actually put a ticket in with Elgato, and we'll see. And I don't know what they're gonna do, but we'll see what they say. All right, so run. Let's go ahead and run that. So manager IP. So this is going to be 192.168.1.60, right? An authenticated key. I don't know if I need that, but let's go ahead. It's the main OS. It's the main OS of my machine. Okay, I'm not sure what you. All right, so let's come back to that document. So now you install that. Now you select the thing. So now we can go. Actually, let's copy this. I think after an hour and a half, my brain starts going bonkers too. And let's go ahead and just do this. 92.168.1.60 and no. And that's 60. Let me see something. Let me just go back here real quick. I don't understand this damn thing. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong still. I did it before and it worked perfectly fine. And uninstall agent. This is pretty much save. Do we need an authenticated key? Maybe that's, I'm not sure if we need a key to get this thing working. Does anyone know if we need an authenticated key to get this thing working? Start. Agent started. All right, let's go ahead and just refresh this and see if it's cooking. Oh, there we go. I needed to start it. My bad. All right, so now we have DC1 agent never connected. Check connections. I don't understand this shit. All right, now it just probably takes a minute, I think. All right, that's fine. Let's go ahead and go to one agent. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, here we go. All right, there we go. There we go. Now we're starting to cook. All right, so I guess you just have to be patient. So now we have, you can see here, we have some alerts here, Windows logon success. So for an example, if I want to try to see something. Let me go ahead and log out. I want to go ahead and log out and try to do failed logins. And let me see. Let me just go ahead and do Control Delete. And I want to put, I am the best. Okay. Jaga, jaga, jaga. And then, all right. So let's see now if that thing shows the login fails. Patience is key with computering. Yeah, I don't really have patience. That's my problem. Especially like, I just want to showcase this thing, and when shit doesn't work, it like drives me bonkers. All right, come on. And remember, everything is in a virtual environment, so it is patience. All right, so that's that. We'll let this thing cook. So far, so good. Last time I set this up, my API stopped failing. All right, so let's go back to our machine, security logs, and we should see right here, log in, right here. You fail, log off. Let's see, login attempts. Where was the, let's go here. Can we like, no. I still have to tinker with this. I don't mess around with this a lot. All right, right here. Authenticated failed twice. Here we go. There we go. It's bad password. So that'll show, I wonder if, InfoSec Pat, domain, the DC. And you guys get the gist of it. Now you can start seeing some, login fails, yeah, this is, I need to tinker around with this a little more, but there's probably videos out there to learn this stuff a little more. So I'll probably tinker with that. But yeah, now you have like a security, like a SIM tool on your network. You can look at, all the information, and you can start installing this on all your machines in your environment. I would obviously recommend doing this in the lab. I wouldn't want to do this on your production machines, but that's just me. But yeah, so security events, you go to security events, and then you can see all the total failures. Obviously, we test the successes. You see all the success logins that I've done, 42, and so on and so forth. So yeah, let me go ahead and stop this, bring this back. And like I said, we'll hang out for a few minutes, and hopefully that was informative for you guys, man. I just like to showcase really what's going on, right? Like, sometimes in the videos, it's like you cut out a lot of the mistakes and you cut out like the troubles. But when you're live, it's all raw, So yeah, and this mic, I'm telling you, an hour and a half is my limit. But any questions that you guys have, we'll hang out for another, like I said, 15 minutes, and that'll be like 2 hours on this baby. But yeah, so install the Sysmon tools as well to make it even better. Yeah, I think I might tinker around with this. I might set this up in a different lab environment. I just wanted to showcase how to install it and get it up and running. And thank you, Own, for some of your support on that. Then machine definitely help with the CYSA. Yeah, the CYSA. I want to take that exam, and I'm thinking about that exam. Boom. Boom user, boom root. Yeah, it's an awesome tool. Yeah, this is a pretty cool tool. Like, obviously, I'm more familiar with OSSIM and setting that up and having that up and running because I used it more. But it's all what you're used to. It's all what you're have tinkered with and all that stuff. But yeah, there's no questions. Obviously, there's a few people still on, so thank you if you guys been watching for the last an hour and a half hanging out. But if you have any questions for me, throw it in throw it in the chat. I'll answer it. And if not, like I'll wrap up in a few minutes. I'm getting hungry too. It's lunchtime. Anything? It's $3.99. Yep, exactly. It's all. That's what I like to try to demonstrate, a lot of the free stuff and what you can do and learn for free. And I can try to guide you, to all these free resources and help you set everything up. And as you guys can see, this is a learning process. We don't all know it all. We're all going to stumble upon things. So don't think anyone is like some robot. We're all human, and we're all going to bang our head on the wall. Like the stream. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. So yeah, that's it for me. And if you guys have anything else after the chat, after the live stream, throw it in the comments. You guys know where to find me. Again, visit my my site, infosecpat.com. More stuff to come on that. And I'm glad just to have that up and running now. It took about 2 weeks to get that project done, but it's up and running, and hopefully can be more information out there for you guys. But nothing else. I really thank you. God bless, and love you guys, and I really appreciate you hanging out. And if I see you guys at HackSpaceCon, hit me up, holler at me, and I'll see you guys then. We can do some arm wrestling. But thank you so much, and have a beautiful day, folks.